Good evening, everybody, and welcome. A different atmosphere. This is Lynn Woods, home of Wyoming Little League softball. Breed was unplayable, so they moved it up here. They've done it a couple of times, both St. Mary's and Glasgow. Also taking on Gloucester. Brooke Warren's first pitch is in for a strike. Riley Thibodeau, the left fielder, leading it off. Both of these teams are champions. Gloucester won, I believe, the North Division. Popped up. It just dodged for a base hit. A little check swing. They hit it right behind the mound. Kayla Morrow made a great try coming in. It just sunk right behind the mound. It's going to be an infield hit for Thibodeau. So Gloucester won. I believe they're the North and Glasgow the South. Glasgow won the South. But still a big game for both teams because you want to win. Make it easier to possibly get a home game. Gloucester's got this one, and they're supposed to play tomorrow at 5 against Somerville. This is Ella Marshall, the shortstop, facing Brooke Warren on the mound. Takes the pitch high for a ball. Gets the bunt down. Wilkins gets to it very quickly. Sacrifice goes 3-4. So very quickly, Gloucester has a runner in scoring position for Tracy Wood, the center fielder. A little bit of a jaunt down 128. In for a strike. High for a ball. Glasgow played here yesterday for the third time, Lynn Classical. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row. Gloucester an outstanding season, 16-3. Glasgow 12-5. Hit foul behind first base. Banny year in spring sports for Gloucester. The boys won their division in baseball. The girls won their division in softball. Both teams could get a home game in the upcoming tournament. And it's ball 4. So Wood draws a walk. First and second for Gloucester. Elizabeth, I'm going to say Schuster or Schuster, the catcher. I think it's Schuster. In for a strike. Hit in the right center field for a base hit. The runner from second will score. They've got the runner hooked up. Now they got the runner hooked up between out at third. So the runner didn't score. Schuster got a base hit. The runner went to third, took a turn that she shouldn't have. I thought I saw number 4 running at first base, but I read the number wrong. It's 6. Rachel Rallo is the pinch runner at first. So the runner, they waved her home, looked like she was scoring easy. Amanda Wilkins wound up with the ball. They had the runner hooked between second and third. Line drive off the second baseman's glove. That will score the run. So a big 2-out hit by Huffnagel, the second baseman. Morrill almost made a great play getting that one. But the runner hooked up between second and third. The run didn't score. They threw the ball home. They hooked up the runner going back to third and tagged her out. Maggie Machado, the first baseman, swings and misses. So second and third now with a run in for Gloucester. Down and away for a ball. So it looked like Gloucester might get out of it with that runner out at third. But Huffnagel comes up with a big 2-out hit. In for a strike. High for a ball. Down and away for a ball. Hit foul, out of play, off to the right side. And that's ball 4. We'll load the bases up. Brooke Warren doesn't walk too many, but she's walked 2 here in this inning. The pitcher, Sydney McKay. She's outstanding for Gloucester. They won their last game with her on the mound, and that made her the winningest pitcher in school history. She picked up her 54th win. Now, Maddie Dana goes up to talk to her pitcher, and that allows the hitter and the base runners to talk to the Gloucester coaching staff. So the wheel is turning on both sides. Swing and a miss. Kayla Morrill almost made a great play on the first line drive. Just ticked off her glove. She was about a half a step away from making a great play. And that was the single that knocked in the run. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. She gets the strikeout, leaves the bases loaded. But Gloucester gets on the board. One of the 2 walks came around to score. As I said, looked like they might get out of the inning. When Gloucester got stuck, looked like the rounding third scored easily. And then all of a sudden she hesitated and got hooked up between third and home and got tagged out and left Gloucester first and second with 2 outs. But then Hoofnagel came up with a big 2-out hit. So before McKay throws a pitch, he's got a 1-0 lead. For Glasgow, it'll be Maggie McHale, the center fielder, leading off. Playing first and batting second, Amanda Wilkins. Kayla Morrill, the second baseman, bats third. In the cleanup spot is the left fielder, Kiara Edmonds. Becca Walker, the shortstop, will hit number 5. Catching and batting sixth, Derek Dana. The right fielder, Kiara Collins, will hit number 7. Batting 8th and pitching, Brooke Warren. And the third baseman, Izzy Fessler, will hit number 9. One of the few games we've done this year when neither team used the DH. Or I should say designated player. It's a little bit different than baseball. All these kids, Gloucester, especially Classical, a lot on their minds. Graduation. Classical getting ready tomorrow, a big day at Classical, the graduation. They had everybody busy working, setting up the gym, putting up the chairs, getting everything ready. And then on top of everything else, the seniors have to come and say, let's try and win a big softball game. Pop up right to the catcher. Mikhail trying to bunt. One up, one down. Big tip of the hat for the Wyoming Little League people to come to the forefront and help Classical and St. Mary's and Lynn English with this horrific season, games backing up, not being able to play. All 3 of them play at Breed, the Grace Regato field. And with those games backing up and still not able to play, if they couldn't play here, they couldn't play. So a big tip of the hat to the Wyoming Little League people for coming through. Amanda Wilkins, one of those seniors, first baseman. Wide for a ball, 2-1. You can understand where McKay could win 54 games. She can bring it. Hit foul back, out of play. Count evens at 2. Hit out of play. I would think win or lose. This is the last game for Gloucester. They'll play their 20 games. Whether they win or lose, they'll have a home game. They'll either be 17-3 or 16-4, and that will get them a home game. But Glasgow could be right on the bubble. They get 2 games to play. (13-6) or 12-7 could probably mean maybe going on the road. That would be assuming that there's an even 16 teams. Hit foul again by Wilkins. They're running out of softballs. Good at bat by Wilkins. It's 3-2. Whatever she does, it's a good at bat. She's hanging in. Fouled off a few pitches. The payoff pitch. Deep shot. Terrific try by the shortstop. Ella Marshall had to go way to her right, backhand it, straighten up, make the throw. Wilkins beat it for an infield hit. Kayla Morrow, the outfield switches all the way around like she's a right-hand hitter. Center fielder in left center. Left fielder over near the foul line. They're expecting her to go the other way. In for a strike. Hit in the right field for a base hit. Wilkins will stop at second. Back-to-back hits. Put 2 on with 1 out for Kiara Edmonds, the left fielder. And again, a big tip of the hat to Wyoming. I umpired on this, I'll say casually complex. Church League used to play softball here. And there were actually 2 diamonds, and it was like what Breed used to be before the Babe Ruth people took over. It was a cow pasture. And they come in, they put up the fences, they put in the dugouts, the batting cage, the concession stand. They put the great field down with the grass and the dirt in the infield. And they came along last year or the year before, put the lights in. They did just a tremendous job for the kids in the city. So another big tip of the hat to Wyoming Little League and the many volunteers that they have. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's a big strikeout. 2 away for Becca Walker. What a career she's had. She is as good a shortstop as I've seen in many, many years. She's outstanding. She's got some big hits, and she helped the basketball team this year make it to the state tournament. So she's finishing up a great career. They're going to miss her at Classical. And she's one of the nicest young kids you ever want to meet. All these kids are. And again, I'll say it many times. I wish everybody could get to know these kids the way I do. Down and away for a ball, 1-1. Gloucester got a run in the top. Gloucester's got 2 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Wide for a ball, 2-1. Hit up the middle. Safe at first base. She beat it. They could have touched second base. Infield hit for Walker. Keeps the inning alive. Second baseman Hoofnagel, who got the big 2-out hit to give Gloucester the lead, made that play. If that goes in the outfield, it's a tie game. She backhanded it and stopped it from going in the outfield. They come out to challenge the base umpire. I think they wanted him to go to the plate umpire and check. He said no. It stays a base hit. So St. Mary's got 3 infield hits to load the bases. Now he comes back out to talk to the base umpire again. And now the base umpire is going to go talk to the plate umpire. They're not going to change it. They very seldom do. Maddie Dana, the hitter. Now the plate umpire is talking to somebody behind home plate. I think we finally settled the issue. We'll get back to softball. Wide for a ball. Maddie, as we always mention, the daughter of Derek Dana, the successful St. Mary's coach. They won the Clancy tournament this year. They're on their way to the state tournament. Hit foul to the backstop, 1-1. They're not playing Derek Dana's a puller. The left fielder's almost playing center field. A hit down the line, everybody could run forever. Hit foul again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gloucester one swing of the bat for maybe taking a lead. Gloucester 1 strike away from getting out of a bases loaded jam. Hit foul. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Glasgow comes close, but they leave the bases loaded. So we played an inning in this Northeastern Conference battle. Gloucester 1, Glasgow nothing. 8-9-1 for Gloucester as we start the second inning. Glasgow threatened with 3 infield hits, but Sidney McKay on the mound for Gloucester come up with a big strikeout for second of the inning. High for a ball. Jemima Grow, the right fielder, is the hitter. Hit up the middle for a base hit. So for the second inning in a row, Gloucester gets a leadoff base hit. And they got to look probably for a bunt here. Marissa Orlando, the third baseman. I don't know if she's related, but there was a lot of Orlandos that played different sports at Gloucester that were very good. Takes the pitch up and away for a ball. She squared and took the pitch. It's the same scenario. They let off with a single and sacrificed the runner to the second. And here's Amanda Wilkins again with a great play. Trying to go to third, not going to get there. Gloucester with another questionable base running. Morrow with a great play. The sacrifice goes 3-4. Morrow made a great throw to Fessler at third, and she just took care of it herself. So very quickly, there's 2 outs and nobody on. Riley Thibodeau singled, sacrificed a second. She was the one we thought scored on the base hit, but got wound up being hooked up between second and third and tagged out. And at the time, it looked like Glasgow was getting out of the inning. Nice soft speed pitch by Warren. High for a ball. Hit foul past first base. Hit in a right field. Kira Collins got to that very quickly. That could have been extra bases. Held it to a single. Ella Marshall, the shortstop, she sacrificed her first trip. Popped up. Wilkins has a shot, and she makes the play in foul territory. Marshall went after the first pitch and popped it up. So Gloucester gets 2 hits in the inning. One of them on a sacrifice, and that really cost them because the base hit to right field. If the runner that attempted to go to third stayed at second, she would have scored, and that base hit to right field. Instead, she got thrown out going to third. It was a big break for Glasgow. They get 2 more hits in the inning. So the runner thrown out at third was a big play, a nice, perfect throw from Morrow, the second baseman, to Fessler, the third baseman, who made the tag. Amanda Wilkins doing a nice job getting to the bunt, getting the out. Winds up being a double play. And they shut Gloucester out in the second inning. For Glasgow, it will be 7, 8, and 9. Kira Collins, Brooke Warren, and Izzy Fessler, as Sydney McKay will start her second inning of work. Kira made that nice play on a line shot to right field. If she doesn't get to it, could have been extra bases, a double or a triple. She leads it off. Down the way for a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Swings through the pitch again. 1-2. Right down the pipe for strike 3. So the last 3 outs have been strikeouts. Brooke Warren, the pitcher. And they shift all around like she's a right-handed hitter. Again, they move the center fielder almost over the left. The left fielder is almost in foul territory. Swing and a miss. High and tight for a ball. Down and away. 2-1 the count. Down and away again, 3-1. Swings to the pitch for strike 2. The count goes full. Swing and a miss. So the last 4 outs have been strikeouts. 2 in each of the first 2 innings. Izzy Fessler, the third baseman, will be the hitter. in for a strike. Up and away for a ball. 1-1 the count to the Ram third baseman here in the bottom of the second inning. In for a strike, 1-2. Hit foul to the backstop. Hustler stays alive. Machado delivers. High for a ball. And we got our first deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in inning number 2. Hit foul. Vessler staying alive. Making Machado work. Missing, not by much. Gloucester fans hooped a little bit, thought that was strike 3. The count goes full, 3-2. The payoff pitch, up and coming. Swing and a miss, he strikes out the side. 5 of the 6 outs in 2 innings have been strikeouts. 4 of them swinging. We're through 2 here at Lynn Woods. Gloucester 1, Classical nothing. Middle of the order for Gloucester, 3-4-5. Tracy Wood walked and scored the 1 run in the top of the first inning. High for a ball. Foul ball to left field. That one bounces to the backstop. High and tight for a ball. She draws her second walk. And for the 3rd inning in a row, Gloucester has the leadoff hitter on base. Elizabeth Schuster hit a shot that Kayla Morrow almost made a great play on. She just had to go across her body, stuck her glove out, just ticked off her glove for a base hit. And that was the hit that we thought the runner from second was scoring. They wound up getting the runner between second and third. Then they wound up between third and home. It looked like Classical might get out of the inning before Gloucester got a big 2-out hit. High and tight for a ball. Couple of throws down to first. Wood drawing a throw, diving back. Swing and a miss. Safe with the stolen base. Throw just a little bit high. She slid under Walker's tag. So Gloucester has a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Schuster is the cleanup hitter for Gloucester. Just hit the top of the bat with that one and pushed it toward the classical dugout, foul. Hit in the air, deep to center field, off the fence. It bounces away. Schuster with a double. Wood scores her second run. Schuster came awful close to a home run. And they'll run for her at second base. Jenna Hufnagel got the big hit with 2 outs in the first inning. Knocked in the run. They got the runner hooked up again. They throw out at first. They had the runner. They had it way off the bag, and they didn't take advantage. Walker throws out Hufnagel, but they had another bad base running by Gloucester way off the bag. And they looked at her, and then threw to first, and the pitch runner Rallo goes to third base. They had the runner at third off the bag, but the third baseman was charging for the bunt. Not a suicide squeeze, a safety squeeze. Hit into center field for a base hit. So couldn't get the bunt down. I'll take a base hit. Gloucester's double their fun. Again, the leadoff walk. 3 walks, 2 of them have scored. Sidney McKay struck out her first time. Out at second. Nice throw. Walker thought there was 3 outs, but there aren't. That was Machado with a pitcher with the base hit, helping herself. She missed the bunt the first time. And said, well, if I can't bunt, I'll get a base hit. Pop foul out of play. Try to change up. Ball was in the dirt. This is Sidney McKay, the pitcher. I think I said she got a base hit. It was Machado, the first baseman, that got the hit. McKay struck out her first time. In for a strike. Strike three called. Second strikeout for Warren, but damage done in the top of the third inning. Gloucester, if they weren't running the bases not too well, could have a few more. They do have three. They get 2 runs in the inning. 2 of the 3 walks have scored. They got 2 more hits in the inning. They've got 6 hits in 3 innings. And they should have had the base runner. They had the runner way off second base on the ground ball to short. They looked, didn't take advantage, threw the runner out at first, but the runner went to third. So instead of having a runner out and having a runner at first with 2 outs, they let the runner go to third. Ended up scoring 1 of the 2 runs. So the hole gets a little deeper for Glasgow to dig out of. They'll have the top of the order. To start, they thought they were getting back in the first inning. They had 3 base hits, but they were all infield hits, blowing the bases, and McKay came up with 2 big strikeouts to get out of it. And then she made it breeze through the second inning with 3 straight strikeouts. She's got 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. Maggie McHale tried a bunt, popped it sky high to the plate to the catcher. And again, they play her almost like a right-handed hitter. Everybody swung around to the left side, including the infield. Runs up and hits it to the opposite side. Tried a bunt, fouled it off. Trying to come up with some softballs. Umpire didn't like the ball they gave him. On the ground, they have to hurry. They get her. Hufnagel with the nice play. McHale can run. One up, one down. That breaks the streak of strikeouts. Last 5 outs had been strikeouts. Amanda Wilkins got an infield hit. Made it around to third. Up and away for a ball. Amanda got the Sportsmanship Award at the Holland Tournament. Well deserved. She's certainly a team leader on this Ram team. She's had a very good career. And she's been a force in that infield, keeping everybody together. Making some very good plays. Wide for a ball. Amanda has played here before. She played with the Wyoming team that went to the state final. I think one year they won the states here. Hit into center field, right at the center fielder. Wilkins hit it right on the nose and hit it right to Tracy Woods. She didn't have to move. 2 up, 2 down in the third. Kayla Morrow got an infield hit. Slices it to center field. Wood coming on makes the play. They had shifted way over to left center field. Wood makes 2 plays in a row. 7 in a row. Retired by McKay. Her second 1-2-3 inning. We're through 3 here at Lynn Woods. Gloucester, 3. Lynn Classical, nothing. 8-9-1 for Gloucester as we start the 4th inning. Jemima Gray got a base hit leading off the 2nd inning, and she was the one that she got sacrificed to second, and she thought she would go to 3rd, and a perfect throw from Morrow to Fessler cut her down at 3rd base. Hit the shot. Becca Walker with another nice play. She's like a vacuum cleaner at shortstop. First inning that Gloucester didn't get the leadoff hitter on base. Marissa Orlando sacrificed her 1 trip, so she has been up officially against Brooke Warren. Takes it high for a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. Down and away for a ball. Hit in the center field for a base hit. Back to the top of the order. Riley Thibodeau, she singled twice. She was out on the base pass, hooked up between 3rd and home and tagged out. Hit foul back and out of play. The problem here is when you hit a foul ball, it could go any place. It could go in the woods. You might never find it. Off-speed pitch hangs high. Low for a ball. They throw it down to first. Orlando gets back. Hit the 3rd, knocked down. They only have 1 play. She looked to second base, didn't have a play, stayed with it. Good job by Izzy Fessler. Hard hit, she knocked it down, had enough time, check second, knew she couldn't make a play there. And they get Thibodeau for the first time. Hella Marshall, the shortstop, is sacrificed and popped foul territory to Wilkins at first base. Down and away for a ball. Orlando, the runner at second for Gloucester with 2 outs. High and deep and gone right over my head. Solid shot by Marshall for a 2-run home run. That was gone as soon as that would have been gone at Breed as well. That was a shot and a half. Another big 2-out hit for Gloucester. Low for a ball. In the right field for a base hit. You can understand how this team won 16 games. I almost can't understand how they lost 3. Wood had walked twice and scored twice. Now she gets a base hit. She's on for the 3rd time. Liza Schuster has got a single and a double, knocking in a run. And Rolo running for her scored. So she's 2 for 2 with an RBI. And her pinch runner, courtesy runner, scored. That one bounces to the backstop. Coach Richard come out to talk to the troops. The hole gets a little deeper for the Rams as a solid shot, a 1-out single by Orlando. After a nice play by Fessler, got the 2nd out. Ella Marshall just ripped it, went right over my head. And it was deep over my head. It would have been, a lot of people say, well, this is a Little League park, but they moved the fence back a little bit. This is a good shot. And it would have been out at Breed also. I mean, that was a towering, it was as high as it was deep. And it was well over my head, way beyond me. It would have been out of any park. Hit to second. Morrow to Wilkins. The out was made, but not before. Gloucester does it again. They made that hole a little deeper. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. The big one, a 2-run home run by Ella Marshall. We're halfway through the ball game with Gloucester on top, looking for their 17th win. And they're halfway there with a 5-0 lead over the Lady Rams, who need a couple of big innings to get back in this. They got 3 hits in the first inning. They've gone out 1, 2, 3 the next 2. The 3 hits were all infield hits that wound up loading the bases. And they couldn't push that run in that could have tied the game, or maybe a big hit that could have put them ahead. And McKay has been tough since then. She's retired 7 in a row, 8 out of 9. 5 of those by strikeouts. In the first 2 innings, 6 outs, 5 strikeouts. So it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Rams as we start the bottom of the fourth. It has cooled off a little bit. It was warm. I was debating whether to wear a T-shirt or bring a warmer jacket. I'm glad I dressed a little bit because the sun went down as it usually has in this great spring weather. It has cooled off. Kiara Edmonds, the left fielder, struck out swinging back in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Gloucester was hoping they lost a very tough game in the final of the Holland tournament. Brooke Warren pitched an outstanding game. Would have won any game, any other game she pitched. But she ran up against Lily Newhall, who was just a little bit better. So they're looking at back on the winning track they did. They're looking to win their last 3 games. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow to go into the state tournament on a really good lift. Now, if they want to do that, they have to make a very big comeback in this one. Edmonds would like to get them started. Low for a ball. Hit to third. Orlando with the play. Edmonds hit it right on the nose, hit it right to the third baseman. So when Classical has hit it well, they've hit it right at people. 1 up, 1 down in the fourth. Becca Walker got a base hit. Second baseman Hoofnagel made a very nice play. It was a base hit going up the middle. She couldn't get it out, but she stopped it from going in the outfield, and if it does, it's going to be a run for Classical. Would have tied the game up. But she backhanded it and kept it in the infield. Hit high in the air to left field, drifting over near the line. And the left fielder, Thibodeau, had just moved a couple of steps over towards the left field line. The coach moved her over just in time. She ran a few more steps to the line and made the play on Becca Walker. 2 up, 2 down. Maddie Dana struck out swinging her one trip. Hit the second base. Another 1-2-3 inning. Third straight 1-2-3 inning for Sydney McKay and the Gloucester Fishermen. 10 in a row, 11 out of 12 retired by McKay. We finished 4 innings here at the Lynn Woods Park. Gloucester, 5. Lynn Classical, nothing. 5, 6, and 7 for Gloucester as we start the 5th inning. Jen Hoofnagel, the second baseman, she got a big 2-out hit in the first inning that knocked in the first run. With the base runners knocked down on the base pass, it looked like Classical might get out of the inning. But Hoofnagel come up with a big play, and then she made a big defensive play, keeping Walker's base hit in the infield and low to the bases. It would have scored a run. Hit foul. So instead of 2 on, a run in, tie game, it was 3 on with 2 out. McKay struck out the last batter and got out of it. Classical hasn't had a base runner since. Solid shot, dive. Amanda Wilkins just inside the first base bag. Gave it a good effort. Hoofnagel's got her second hit. And for the 4th time in 5 innings, Gloucester gets the leadoff hitter on. And they are solid hits. There aren't any cheapies here. Maddie Machado walked, singled in a run. Popped up. Brooke Warren, the pitcher, will make the play herself. So 1 pitch, 1 out to Machado. Sidney McKay has been up twice. Struck out swinging, called out on strikes. She's the pitcher. Tries the bunt and fouls it off. Out at second base. Nice throw by Maddie Dana. Good tag by Becca Walker. Second time they've combined. McKay faked the bunt, trying to distract catcher. It didn't work. Dana put it right on the money. Low for a ball. Hit foul past first base. Off-speed pitch. She started to pull the trigger, held up, it just missed. Good pitch by Warren. Swing and a miss. She gets it for the third time. 3 strikeouts in the game for Warren, all of them the opposing pitcher, McKay. So Warren faces only 3 in the inning, even with the base hit. It's the first time that Gloucester's only had 3 hitters, even with the base hit. Warren's going to strike out every other inning. We'll move into the bottom half of the 5th. It's getting late. Glasgow's got to go to work. They got to try and get something going. Gloucester got 1 in the first, a 2-out hit. They got a walk, a double, and a single in the third. Got 2 more. They got a big 2-run home run by Ella Marshall, and that was 2 outs. So 3 of the 5 have been 2-out hits. 3 of the runs have been 2-out hits. Bottom 3 in the order for Glasgow. Kira Collins, Brooke Warren, Izzy Fessler. To face Sidney McKay. I don't know if Glasgow will be back here tomorrow. I don't think they can play at Breed. They're supposed to. The game was rained out the other day with Somerville, so they moved it to Friday, to the very dismay of a lot of people because it's graduation day, and I'm sure families have planned parties and dinners and buffets, and now the seniors on this team, Glasgow, might have to put their uniforms on. Hit high and deep and gone. Way over the fence. Kira Collins hit that a ton. High and deep over the fence. Her family's out in the outfield celebrating. As soon as it hit the bat, it was gone. High and deep over the fence. That's the first hit for Glasgow since the first inning. And it breaks the shutout. Brooke Warren, the pitcher, is the hitter. A solid shot and a half. Warren hits it over the left fielder's head. Back-to-back extra base hits. The bottom of the order. Trying to get Glasgow back in it. I'm looking to see the runner for Warren when she turns around. Up and away for a ball. Mary Collins is the runner at first. So two solid shots by Classical to start the bottom of the fifth. The bunt is down. They'll throw Fessler out. So a runner at third with one out for the Rams. Maggie McHale popped to the catcher trying to bunt and bounced out second and first. That one was almost in the catcher's glove. When she hit that one, she almost hit into the Gloucester dugout. Went past third base, hit the fence, guarding the third base dugout. Gets the bunt down. Out at first base. Glasgow fans can't believe it. Should get credit for a sacrifice. Coach Richard comes to talk to the base umpire. I don't know what she's going to get out of it either. The run scores to make it 5-2 out at first base. The umpire had to make those calls from way over at third base. So 5-2, but there's two outs. Amanda Wilkins a single and fly to center field. Missing for a ball. Hit to left field, drifting over to the line. Thibodeau makes the play. So the bottom of the order gets it done. A big home run by Kira Collins. A double by Brooke Warren. Two sacrifice bunts, gets the second run in. Classical is squeezed a little closer. We played 5 full. It's Gloucester 5, Classical 2. Bottom of the order, 8, 9, and 1 for Gloucester as we start the 6th inning. Classical gets a little bit of life. Pulse gets a little more profound as it's now 5-2. Kira Collins kicks some life in. Brooke Warren helped herself. Jemima Groh singled, grounded a shot. Hit to third. Nice job very quickly. No wasted effort by Fessler there. One up, one down, one pitch. Marissa Orlando sacrificed. Last time up, she got a one-out hit and scored walked around on the 2-out home run by Marshall. Hit foul toward the Classical dugout. Hit behind third base, foul. High for a ball. Hit foul back and out of play. Down and away for a ball. Popped up. Couple of steps on the outfield grass. Pekka Walker makes the play. Two up, two down. Riley Thibodeau was singled twice. Last time up, she grounded out third to first. Hit in a right center field for a base hit. Collins gets to it quickly and holds it to a single. Third hit for Thibodeau. That's pretty good for your leadoff hitter. It extends the sixth inning for Ella Marshall, who sacrificed, popped to first, and hit a mammoth shot right over my head here in left field for a 2-run home run in the fourth inning. In for a strike. They draw the throw again to first. Thibodeau dives back. High for a ball. They throw it down again. Again, Thibodeau diving back. Low for a ball. Tracy Wood, the center fielder, was the on-deck hitter. Hit to third. Knocked down. Nice play and a nice pick at first base. Good play all the way around. Fessler had it, knocked it down, got to it quickly, made the throw. Wilkins picked it at first. They combined for the nice defensive play. So the 2-out hit doesn't hurt. Gloucester was down in the sixth. But Gloucester's got to go to work. The calendar is running out. They only have 6 outs left. They trail 5-2. They'll have 3, 4, and 5 to face Sydney McKay, who will be starting her 6th inning of work she was almost unhittable. She gave up 3 infield hits in the first inning, but struck out 2 and got out of it, leaving the bases loaded. And including the last out of the first inning, which was a strikeout, she retired 10 in a row. 3 straight 1-2-3 innings. But Kira Collins took care of that, leading off the 5th with a huge shot over the left field fence. Warren followed with a double. 2 sacrifices brought in Mary Collins, who ran for Warren, 5-2. Warren has settled down, shut Gloucester out the last 2 innings. Kayla Morrow singled and flied to center field. Looking to get it started. They need some base runners. Popped up. What a play by the third baseman. She had to worry about the fence, the dugout. She went up almost against the fence, leaped up over across her body and picked it one hand. So the pop up the first baseman, that's outstanding defense. 1 up, 1 down quickly. Here is a struck out, hit it on the nose and hit it right to the third baseman. Low for a ball. Let's see why. 2-0. Three and 0. That's why you don't umpire from out in left field. A couple of those pitches look pretty good. You would think she would be taking here. In for a strike. Still can afford to be fussy here with the count 3-1. Edmonds started at first base, thinking the ball was low. Umpire said strike 2. Now she can't be as fussy. The payoff pitch up and coming. That's ball 4. That's the first walk given up by McKay. Becca Walker has singled and flied to left. She'd love to get on and bring the tying run to home plate. In for a strike. Hit in the air to right field. Jemima Grohl comes over near the foul line, makes the play for the second out. Maddie Danner is struck out, grounded out second to first. Actually brighten up a little bit here. Down and away for a ball. Up and away for a ball. 2-0 the count. On deck is the home run hitter, Kira Collins. Hit in the air right at the center fielder. Dana hit it well. Hit it right to Wood. So The sand clock is winding down. Classical is down to their last 3 outs. We've finished 6. Gloucester in this big Northeastern Conference battle, leading Link Classical 5-2 with an inning left. Tracy Wood is perfect. She's walked twice, singled. She scored 2 runs. She got the run in the first on the 2-out hit by Hoofnagel that got Gloucester going. Takes it high for a ball. So she's perfect. She's 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored. She's picked up 2 of the 3 walks that Brooke Warren has issued. Both her walks scored. The other one was meaningless. And she gets ahead of Brooke Warren here, starting the 7th inning. 3, 4, and 5 for Gloucester here in the 7th. Gloucester leading at 5-2. She's squaring, but she's just taking the pitch. In for a strike. 3-1. She's also made 3 or 4 plays in center field. Hit foul to the backstop. Count goes full. That might have been ball 4. That looked a little bit high. Hit foul again, out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. The payoff pitch. Hit in the air to left field, drifting over near the line. Kiera Edmonds makes the play. They get Wood for the first time. 1 away. Liz Schuster, the catcher. Singled. Doubled in a run. The runner for her, Rallo, scored. Last time up, she grounded out second to first. So she's 2 for 3 with an RBI, and her courtesy runner scored a run. Low for a ball. Popped up to shortstop. Not quite on the outfield grass. Becca Walker makes the play. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. Jenna Hoffnagel got Gloucester going. She got a big 2-out hit. Looked like they might get out of the inning with Gloucester being knocked down on the base pass, but Hoffnagel got a big 2-out hit for the RBI. She grounded a short, got a base hitter her last time up, was thrown out trying to steal. So she's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Missing low for a ball. Hit to second base. Morrow with the play. So first 1, 2, 3 inning for Warren. She finishes up. She sets Gloucester out the last 3 innings. She gave up 2 base hits. One of them was thrown out trying to steal. The other one was a 2-out single. So the last 3 innings, she retired 9 of 11. 5 in a row. Classical's down to their last 3 outs. It'll be the bottom 3 in the order. They got it going. And they got Classical the 2 runs that they have on the board. Warren is gone 7. She's given up 5 runs that were earned. 11 hits, walked 3, struck out 3. Classical has to rally here if they want to get her off the hook. Kira Collins was called on a strikes and hit a shot right over my head for a big blast of a home run to lead off the 5th inning. And at that point, McKay had retired 10 in a row before Collins hit the home run. Quickly followed by a double by Warren. They scored the 2 runs. Now they got to get 3 if they want to stay alive. Foul to the backstop. McKay gave up 3 hits in the 1st inning. Didn't give another hit until the 5th when Collins home run and Warren double helped get Classical to 2 runs. She hasn't struck out a batter since the 2nd inning. At one point she retired 5 straight outs for strikeouts. Popped up to the shortstop. One up, one down. Marshall making the play. Brooke Warren is struck out and doubled. And Mary Collins running for her scored the 2nd run. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. So if Classical doesn't have this big inning, they're going to have to come up with a big win over Somerville because they don't want to go into the tournament in the midst of a 2-game losing streak. It foul off the backstop. So this was a big game coming in for both teams. Not so much for championship, but for seeding in the tournament for both teams. But tomorrow will be a huge game for Classical. High for a ball. Warren trying to help us out, become a base runner, keep the inning alive. Izzy Fessler on deck. Swing and a miss. Tags are out. That's the first strikeout since the 2nd inning. Was the 6th. Classical's down to their last 3 outs. McKay looking for her 4th 1-2-3 inning. Izzy Fessler is struck out and sacrificed. Her sacrifice got her an RBI. As the sun pops out with 2 outs in the 7th inning. As bright as it's been all day. Swing and a miss. Classical's down to their last strike. McKay has been tough. Swing and a miss. So the sun popping out was not a big omen for Classical as she strikes out the final 2. Her 4th 1-2-3 inning. Gloucester is going to win the big one. They're going to go to 17-3. Classical will drop to 12-6. McKay, she struck out 5 of the 6 outs in the first 2 innings. She had strikeouts. She strikes out the last 2 hitters, giving her 7 for the ball game. She gave up 5 base hits, 3 in the first inning. Didn't give another hit until the fifth when Gloucester scored their 2 runs. Gloucester got a big 2-out hit by Huffnagel to grab a 1-0 lead. They got a walk, a double for an RBI by Schuster, an RBI single by Machado made it 3-0, and then a big 2-out, 2-run home run by Marshall made it 5-0. And McKay was breezing. She had retired 10 in a row after giving up 3 infield hits in the first inning that loaded the bases, but Glasgow couldn't score. And then in the fifth, Kira Collins led off with a shot over the left field fence. Warren followed with a double over the left fielder's head. 2 sacrifice bunts brought Mary Collins home, running for Warren. It was 5-2, but then 7 out of 8 retired by McKay. She gave up a walk, the only base runner, as she struck out the last 2. She retired the last 5. 7 out of 8, 6 out of 7. And Gloucester will have a happy bus ride back. For Glasgow, Wilkins, Morrow, and Becca Walker all had infield hits in the first inning, loaded the bases. A big play by Huffnagel stopped Walker's hit from going in the outfield. That probably would have tied the game at 1. Might have been a different story, but she stopped it. The bases loaded. McKay got a big strikeout. Glasgow didn't have another base runner until the 5th inning. Those 3 hits, the home run by Kira Collins, the double by Brooke Warren, were the only 5 hits that Glasgow got in the ballgame, as they got their 2 runs in the 5th on the home run, the double, and 2 sacrifice bunts to make it 5-2, and that was the final score. So again, Glasgow will drop to 12-6. They got 1 more, and it'll be a very big one because you don't want to lose 2 in a row going into the state tournament. You want to go in on an upbeat note. So it'll be a must-win for them against Somerville. Gloucester will certainly get a home game. They finished the season 17-3. Glasgow, the South Division champions. Gloucester, the North Division champions. But Gloucester prevails today with a couple of big hits. Glasgow hit the ball well against McKay, a very good pitcher. But when they hit it right at the Gloucester players, and they come up with only the 2 runs in the 5th inning. So 5-2, Gloucester over Glasgow. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.